Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to Dinsmore Outdoors. So today we're going after shad. That's right, we're going to go catch some gizzard and some threadfin shad at a pond that's here in Jacksonville. And if you guys know where this place is, please don't blow it up. Just keep it to yourself. I don't really want to drain the resource. Even I only go there maybe twice a year to get shad. So I don't want to see 20 million people out there with cast nets. But then again, I might not even be that successful today. So the reason we're going after shad, we're going to go put them in the pond. The bass are about to spawn. It's mid-March here in North Florida. And I like to give them a little snack, a little boost, because the spawning season takes a lot out of them. It thins them down a lot. And if we get some gizzard shad or threadfin established in the pond, even better. It'll help grow the bass even bigger. But a little housekeeping issue. So I went over the numbers on YouTube for views and whatnot. 95% of people watching these videos are not subscribed. Only 5% of the people watching are subscribers. So what are you guys doing, man? So if that many new subscribers, it's not that hard. Go over, hit that thumbs up button for all the editing and content and stuff I put out. Then go down the little red subscribe button, click on the red subscribe button, and right next to it, smash that bell. That way you get notified when new videos come up like this one. So anyway, let's jump into the video. I'm going to show you my shad tank and some of the stuff I put in there briefly. If you guys would like me to go into a more in-depth video on the shad tank, let me know down in the comments below and we'll knock that out for you. So let's get into it. Okay, so for the shad tank, I got this 55-gallon blue drum. It used to be a pickle barrel of all things. That's another thing. If you pick out a 55-gallon drum like I did, you want to make sure there wasn't no chemicals or anything in there that could harm the fish. If so, you have to clean it out really good. I got lucky and picked one of those pickle barrel. So we just have a 500 gallons per minute live well pump down at the bottom, and it goes over to a 12-volt battery whenever I go to plug it in. We got a resealable lid, then it goes up to this hose, comes in here, and the water comes out this spigot and circulates the water for the shad, and it has a venturi hose. What I mean by venturi is, as the water comes by this hose, it sucks air from the outside, making its own oxygen, so you don't need a bubbler or oxygenator. And then we have the intake right here in the middle, because sadly we discovered if you put it down at the bottom, when the shad are in here, they're pooping, their scales are coming off, it'll clog up that intake, and then no oxygen, no water flow, and a barrel full of dead shad. So you essentially have a whole bunch of catfish bait. And things I add to the water, or I have some G-juice, which is what I use to keep my bass alive. You can use aquarium products or things like like bait stores use to keep their minnows and shiners alive. And then I have aquarium salt. You want to add salt to your mixture. You want to use 1 cup for every 10 gallons. Now, the best thing to use if you're doing this a lot would be some Morton's water softener salt, the natural kind, not the one that has the rust inhibitor and stuff like that in it. Get the natural Morton's salt for water softener and use that. But this is all I got on hand, so some salt's better than none. Alright, so we're going to add all this to it. Alright, so for the G-juice, hopefully the camera's picking that up. Yeah, so G-juice, I add about 2 of these, 1 ounce. Well, of course, the little sticker thing always sticks on there. Ugh. Any other time works fine. Alright. So we're going to give it 2 shots of G-juice. What this does is it kind of calms them, keeps them from panicking, relaxes them, puts the slime coat back on them. If they got any kind of cuts or scars or anything like that, from the net, it'll help them out with that. There's a little spider tagging along, so ignore him. Alright, then like I said, now we're going to add the salt. This is aquarium salt. I think you pick up a thing of this for $10. Like I said, if you get that Morton's salt, you can get like a 50-pound bag for $6. But this is what I got on hand, so this is what we're going to use. You can see there's like, when you use natural salt, it's like crystals. And if you use the water softener kind, of course the crystal is going to be a lot bigger. And you want to make sure this salt gets dissolved in here, or else it might burn their gills if it's too concentrated. Like I said, rule of thumb is 1 cup of salt for every 10 gallons. So you really don't want to go over that, or else it's going to be too concentrated and it's not going to help them out. And then for water, I got nice well water. So we're just going to fill this thing up probably 3/4 of the way with well water, and then when we get out there, we're going to well, this thing's so loud. Once we get out there, we're going to fill up the rest of the way with their lake water. And the big thing is, if you're using this Venturi system, you don't want the water really to go over this pipe, or else you're going to be defeating the purpose. So you want to keep the water level pretty low. So we're actually using probably about 40 gallons out of this 55 gallon drum. All right, so I'm going to fill this up, and next time we get back to you, we'll probably be casting netting up some shad. Guys, usually I do pretty good in this corner, and the water's usually not as nasty looking. Once that water's up, I see stuff flicking around on top, so we'll try to get as close as I can to this corner right here. See what we can get. Some shiners or something, at least, if I don't fall in. Yeah, it's a shiner. Nice size shiner. Nice size shiner. Holy crap, there's a knife.
What?
There's my pocket knife.
Oh, not again.
That would not been good. Oh.
Did that before, remember?
Yep.
I'm gonna go dump them.
Go ahead. See a shad and a gill. And a couple shad. There's a bluegill stuck in the net. Where's he at? You're all right. Well, we didn't exactly slay him today, but you know, when you go to try to shoot a video, sometimes that's just the way she goes. But we didn't come back empty-handed. Fish are gonna have something to eat, and if they don't eat them, then hopefully they'll get established. But we didn't lose any. They're all in there. I'll disconnect this nozzle, or disconnect the pump. Maybe some, I don't know if you guys can see down in there or not, but they're all healthy. There's some shad coming up. That's a couple dozen, so that's something. I just saw a bass swim by here. So you're probably wondering, how am I going to get these shad out of here? Especially since I don't have a net. Well, the answer to that is, I just bump back up as close as I can in the pond, and we just dump them over. That way they're not getting handled, they just go straight into the pond. They're probably all going to get eaten anyway, so. Okay. Well, I got all these tires in here. There they go. Kind of hard to see any of them because all the water's still churned up. I see some of them down there on the bottom. But they'll make their way out there to open water, and then shortly after, the carnage starts. what it is, but the bass seem to find them pretty quick. So I've never thrown these 6 cents crankbaits before. This is the Curve 55, and we just dumped those shad in there. Yeah, I saw one just attack them. Sun's up, so I imagine they'd be going a little deep. Let's give them a try. So let's give. Where the heck's that fish at? Here, he got it. That was cool. A little male. God, they fight hard in this pond. He thinks he's 3 pounds. Got yourself all boogered up, didn't you, guy? There we go. Probably this fish probably about a year old. Couldn't take it. GoPros. Well, that's it, guys. Sorry I didn't get a big giant haul of shad for you to show you. You know, like 300 of them dumping in the pond and the bass going crazy chasing them. But that's part of fishing. Don't matter if it's bait fish or if it's bass or catfish or redfish or whatever you go after. Sometimes you do real good and knock them out of the park, and sometimes you don't. Like I said, I think that muddy water and all that construction did not help at all. Usually we can go in there and get about 200 shad. But the bass definitely got something to eat, and you got a little bit of a bonus bass fishing footage at the pond, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Joe. Remember, we do more in Dinsmore. Y'all take care.